Why should you care about this controller if you own a Steam Deck or a Nintendo Switch? It's ROM-B360. Currently there are so many controllers on the market, it's difficult to find the right one. Each has their own pros and cons, but they all have one thing in common. And that is that eventually, over time, they will start drifting. So your character in-game moves or looks around when you're not touching the controller, which can be frustrating to say the least. But the King Kong 2 Pro from Gulikit has a resolution to this with their patented electromagnetic sticks, so your controller won't start drifting. So how does it work? Well, Gulikit uses electromagnetics instead of a physical mechanism, so the controller detects movement through the use of these magnets instead of physically touching a sensor where there is room for wear and tear. It's definitely an awesome feature as it can save you a lot of money, because you don't have to buy a new controller every now and then. But what other features does the King Kong 2 Pro have? How are the ergonomics? And what's the price? Let's dive into that. When you open the box, you get this free protective case, which I really like and think more brands should include with their controller. One minor improvement suggestion from my side would be to have an opening at the top to charge your controller while it's stored. For example, like on the Tomtalk Nintendo Switch Pro controller case. When you take the King Kong 2 Pro controller out of the protective case, you immediately feel how good the ergonomics are. It's similar to the Xbox Series controller, which is already really good, but the King Kong 2 Pro feels even smoother at the top and has some nice textures around it for a better grip. Also, the buttons feel nice and responsive, and you can even change the layout. You can even record certain commands up to 10 minutes on the King Kong 2 Pro controller, which makes repetitive actions or tasks easy to perform. The great thing here is that the setup is done on the controller itself, so no app or software installation is needed. But if you do use a PC, your personal settings are stored in an APG file, which you can easily share with your friends. Also, the triggers feel like a step up compared to other controllers, and they even feel like one of the best triggers I ever tried on any controller. That's because the ZR and ZL buttons are Hall sensing, and the sensitivity is adjustable so you can shoot even faster. Gulikit also claims to have an exclusive FPS Mode patented technology on the King Kong 2 Pro, which should have 100% no dead zones. It does seem to match out, which is great as well, because you will always have the perfect aim. Furthermore, at the top we have these LED indicators, because the King Kong 2 Pro is compatible on multi-platforms, as you can use it on Windows, iOS, Android, the Nintendo Switch, macOS and even the Steam Deck. It would be cool if it also would work on the Xbox, but you need to have a separate dongle for that. So what else can you do with this controller? As I mentioned, it's also compatible with the Nintendo Switch, so it also has a lot of the Switch's features, like support to wake up the console. It has dual vibration motors, which are adjustable. It has a 6-axis gyroscope with motion sensing. It has turbo features, and it even has amiibo support, which can be great as well if you use them. But that's not all, because if you use the King Kong 2 Pro on your PC or an Android device, you even have motion sensing aim assist. With all these features, you would think that the battery life would be on the short end, but it's actually quite the opposite, because the King Kong 2 Pro uses a built-in rechargeable lithium battery, which can run up for 25 hours on a full charge, which in my opinion gives you more than enough game time. So is the King Kong 2 Pro the perfect controller? Well, it's not, but it does come close. For example, there are no back buttons, which would be a nice feature, but that's just a small thing and that doesn't match up to the long list of awesome features. I would even say that the King Kong 2 Pro is one of the best controllers I ever used. And if you're in the market for a new controller, take this one into consideration, as it would definitely complement your Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, smartphone or PC. You can get the King Kong 2 Pro for around $80, which is on the lower price end compared to other Pro controllers, which normally cost around $80 to $200. And it is available in this black color with a silver touch and a full white color, which looks really clean, but I'm not quite sure how long it will stay this clean. That is why I got the black version, and if you want to buy that one, I have a link for you in the description. So would you say this could be your next favorite controller for Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, PC, Mac or smartphones? Let me know in the comments, but if you're on a budget, there are cheaper options on the market which you can find here. and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.